here, and I want to sincerely thank all of you for being here. I talked to one parish a couple summers ago, and they said they were sad that when their group came back from a mission trip, they didn't have a lot of people in the parish that were there to hear about their experience. And I said we definitely don't have that problem with our parish. So thank you so much for your financial support, your prayers, being here tonight. We're so excited and want to come back and share all the information that we have. So thank you for being a great audience to hear our joy. Our shirts were from Next Step Ministry. Throughout the week, we heard lots of different stories from inspirational people, and they challenged us to know the truth and dare to live it. So we can tell you a little bit more about that if you have any questions at the end, but that's what our shirts represent. I need to give a quick shout out here to Ryan and Allison. If you'll just stand up real quick. They are our technology gurus, and I appreciate them. Thank you very much. So I just want to make it real quick, but thank you so much. I have the best job ever, and I appreciate it so very much. One of the best parts of my job is this mission trip and being able to spend time with these 20 chaperones and students. They are absolutely amazing. And if you don't know them, you're going to find out in the next 15 minutes just how hardworking, wonderful they are. I am so humbled, honored, and blessed to be able to work with them and work for this parish. So thank you for making this opportunity possible. I also want to let you know that we appreciate the opportunity to go out of state, but please know that we keep it local as well. At least 10 times every single year, we do community service here within the Brown County area. So that's super important to us. So we do appreciate, and there's a great bonding that happens going over the state lines, but please know that we keep it here at home as well. I have to give another shout out here to our awesome chaperones, past and present. So I'm going to have the Stangles stand up for just a minute. So Doug and Ann chaperoned many mission trips, and I know this was very hard for them to kind of let go and let the other parents come along. They were sending their prayers, they were staying in the loop with us, and I know there were a few Dougs throughout the trip. So we appreciate all that you've done for us in the past and your continued support. So thank you. I would like to introduce you to our current chaperones. We have Miss Sue Amond. Come on up here. We have TJ Lacrosse, and we have Dinah Grassel. All right, so not only did they sacrifice to be gone for 8 days, but they were so patient, kind, hardworking, they were amazing. I could not have asked for better chaperones my whole time. So thank you so much for the sacrifices that you made to make this trip wonderful. All right, so I am going to stop talking and I am going to hand over the mic.
So I'm Allison, if you didn't catch that, and we're just going to introduce everyone that went on the trip just so you kind of get to know everyone real quick, and then if you guys could just step forward, give a wave, do a dance if you want, and then, I don't know. So first we have Sammy, and she was part of crew 1. There she is. And then that second picture is of me. Hello, Allison. Next we have Haley, also part of crew 1. And Megan, everyone. And then next, getting into crew 2, we have Trey. And Kel. We have Tristan. And Austin, they're sleeping up. And Eric. And then Jacob. And now getting into crew 3, we have Megan with an H. We had another Megan. And Mallory. And then we have Morgan B. And Morgan B on the other side. And then we have Pere. And Kennedy in the middle there. And then the last member of crew 3 was Nikki, and she's not here tonight. She had some other stuff to do. But round of applause for her. And that is all the students that went on the trip. And now I guess we're going to talk about the chaperones a little bit more. First off is Tracy, the woman who was just talking to you. And can I honestly just say the hardest part about this presentation was finding pictures of the chaperones. Because they were so amazing, behind the scenes, getting all the pictures that you're going to see. But Tracy in particular was very, very hard to find pictures for. I think she added that other one. We only had that one of her getting a picture. So I think that just shows how dedicated she was to this presentation. She was always on getting pictures, always behind the scenes. She did so much for this trip. It's honestly so amazing. We're all so thankful for her. So another round of applause for Tracy.
Here to talk about Sue over there. Round of applause for Sue. Sue was in the car with all the boys, so she was the one that And when we got in the car, we had no idea who Sue was. We saw her in church, but we never really got the privilege to get to know her. And when we did, we found out she was a pretty cool lady with many great qualities. Sue was the only person I could have handled 6 crazy boys from sunrise to sunset in the car and on the work site. She's a great chaperone because though she is mature and wise and patient, she is a rare type of adult who never forgets the value of having an adventure. Thank you, Sue, for being an awesome chaperone and being a better friend. These flowers, just to show our gratitude. And a card.
Here's another card.
Another round of applause for Sue.
Alright, and I'm here to talk about TJ over there in the corner hanging out. TJ. He was stuck with the girls for a lot of the time, so I think he deserves some credit too for putting up with all of us. I mean, we're not bad, but I guess we're kind of loud and singing in the car, so we controlled. But he was with us on our project, and not gonna lie, would not have been done without him. Us girls, we tried to lift all the heavy stuff, but we just couldn't after a while. He seemed to take over the reins a little bit. Funny story about TJ too, he was kind of named the dad of the trip because one of the next step ministry people went up to TJ and was like, oh, so what kid is yours? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but he was calling the dad of the trip for the rest of the time. And he often walked to Sonic with us on our daily trips to Sonic, and I think he went there even more than us. We enjoyed that a lot. But yeah, great guy, funny to joke around with, and thank you, TJ. of, which was really amazing because if she hadn't been there, our staffs would have been quite frequent and a lot longer than they already were. So that was awesome. Thank you, Dinah. She was also the leader of Crew 1, which is what I was a part of. And she was always there to joke around with us, but she was also there to help us keep on track. And whenever our next step ministries leader, Isabel, wasn't there, she was always our go-to. Even though she's never done travel before, she knew what was going on. It was pretty sweet. She was really good at joking around and just being there for us. So thank you, Dinah.
One more thing I want to say about the students also. They are all parish members, but we have 5 schools represented here, and they blended together beautifully. They worked together hard. They had fun together. There was no drama. So 5 schools here pulling together to get things done for our parish. So that was pretty cool. The 3 groups that we worked with were the Spiro Project, Serve More, and Cross and Crown. So those 3 work with the local community of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. They connected with Next Step Ministry to get our projects together. So those are the 3 that our 3 independent groups worked with and for. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that.
Okay. So these are kind of blurry, but we have the 3 crews right here. And so our parish is split into 3 crews, like I said. And we have little masters. It's kind of hard to read, but those are like our tasks or our jobs that we have to do. The first one is safety master, which is to make sure that the first aid kit got to the work site. Our second one is cooler master. So we put all of our lunches in the cooler. And the cooler master had to make sure the cooler got to the work site. Our water master, they had to fill up the water jug and bring the water to the work site, so we had water. The joke master is one of my favorites. When we needed a good joke, when things were getting tense, when we were getting all worked up, joke master would just come in and say a joke and we'd all have a good laugh. The Devo master, that is the devotion master, and we had devotion packets, so they would just read our devotion during lunch. Our tools master just made sure the tools got to and from the work site. And lastly, our song master, which helped us pump up. They picked like a playlist, and we listened to that the whole time that we were on the work site. Next to the cruise is the daily schedule. So we got up at 7 o'clock, which was pretty early, but it wasn't like our normal wake up. We got woken up by our leaders from Step Ahead, came in singing at the top of their lungs as loud as they could, waking us up in the morning and flicking the lights on. That was for the girls, and then the guys had speakers right above their sleeping area, and the guys would blare All Star to wake them up. So, different kinds. There was like an alphabetical All Star.
Then we unplugged the speaker.
They were sick of it, so. Then we had breakfast and packing our lunches. So we had to pack our lunches so we could bring them to the work site. Breakfast was pretty simple, but very good. Then we had morning devotion. We had a packet of morning devotions. We would read that and then reflect on it for 15 minutes. And that's how we really started the morning. After that, we circled up outside after we got everything ready in the cars. We circled up and said a little prayer to set the day, and then headed off to our work sites. We were then at our work sites for 7 hours, with 1 hour for lunch, so that was too long. And then my favorite part was the showers. Shower time. We had a shower trailer. It was pretty nice. We each had our own little stalls. The only bad thing was the trailer was hotter inside the trailer than it was actually actually outside, so you were sweating while you were taking your shower. Then we had dinner, and after dinner we had our cleaning that we were assigned to. Some of the cleaning things they had to do were take out the garbage, clean up after dinner, clean the bathrooms, and then worst of all, clean the showers. There was like hair and it was not good. Worship. Worship was a lot of fun. We were always singing and we even started dancing. Also, another fun thing we did was Yay God, which we got with our work crew people, and we would share how we saw God in our day. So that was fun to hear other sites, how they saw God and how we saw God. And then church time was next. Church time was just for our, like the different parishes would split up and our parish would talk. And we just kind of reflect on how our day went and how each crew like progressed during their day and what they got done. After that, we had 2 hours for free time, so Sonic runs, gas station runs, just anything we wanted, and then lights out was at 11. So that was our day from Monday all the way to Thursday.
The significance of the blue tape on the wall was the boys could not cross the girls' blue tape and the girls could not cross the boys' blue tape. There was no purpling going on. Could not cross. Nobody could see me, so I took a picture of the blue tape that was on the wall. That wasn't us, that was everybody.
Begun in 2009 as a blog to help small group leaders find creative and challenging ways to engage those in their groups to care for their local and global communities, the Sparrow Project quickly evolved into an organization of its own. At a critical time in its development, the members began working with the international refugee populations of Oklahoma City. It became evident that the organization needed to grow beyond their computer screen and function on a daily basis with under-resourced communities. Crew 3 was greatly honored to work with the Sparrow Project throughout the week. The Pere Project's mission statement is to mobilize the church by offering entry points to partnerships with under-resourced communities. To help achieve this mission statement, the Pere Project focuses on knowing, valuing, and loving their neighbors. The members of this project give their time, energy, and financial resources without expectations of return or result. Some members even move to spread their love onto more of their neighbors. They believe every person is made in the image of God and has unique purposes to fulfill as they go in all areas of life. They are simply Christian-driven, not cause-driven.
So as Megan said, we worked with the Sparrow Project, and that was group 3. And we were fixing up like an old home, and it was like, just like old, needed some love. So we came in there and we had to joist the ceilings. So that was, a group of us split up to do that, and another group went to do the drywall. And let's just say a lot of us had not had experience doing this, so it was a bit of a learning curve, but we figured it out towards the end. We had to like measure the size of the walls, get the board cut, bring the board up, drill it, and yeah, it was a lot of work, but like I said, thankfully we had TJ to help us along, because he seemed to know what he was doing most of the time. And while we were working, I mean, we were obviously working hard the whole time, but like mentioned earlier, there was like a music master, so we had some music playing, and we would jam a little bit here and there, but obviously focus the whole time. Towards the end, we did meet our goal. We got all of the ceilings joisted, we got a lot of the drywall put in, so we were super proud to do that. And yeah, we all worked super well together, had a great time. Oh, there's a huge plus, like the house got air conditioning like the second day we were there. So we had air conditioning while we were working, and we were very happy about that. Because it was like upper 90s there, and it was hard work. But yeah, that was group 3 in our project. 1, along with Megan, Sammy, Allison, and Dinah. We were working at a little house right in the neighborhood next to Crossing Crown. On the first day, we kind of split up a little. Allison and I went and primed and painted one of the closets. It was pretty tight space, so we sacrificed a couple t-shirts. Or at least I did. Allison got off scot-free, but... and then the next day, there was another little project, so Allison and I sanded some boards from the original house that they were super excited to put into the new one, just to kind of keep the feel going, keep the community there.
So then we also we were working in the bathrooms, so it was a really tight space, and when we got there, the ceiling was drywall, so then we had to drywall the walls, and it was a challenge at first because we were all pretty new to it, and we also had to cut holes in the drywall for the plumbing, and then I think by Wednesday and Thursday, we flooded in tape, so it got a little messy, but then we also put the cement drywall in the shower, and we felt pretty good after it because we really worked together and accomplished it. And then also at the top, it's me, Sammy, and then a little girl we took a picture of. Her name is Angela. She's from the community, and she's about 11 years old. And so we also really enjoyed just meeting someone from the community and taking a break from our work and just talking to her.
So crew 1 and 3 got to work with the Crossing Crown, and the guy who started it, his name was Paul, and him and his wife went to Honduras on a mission trip. And so then after that, they decided that they wanted to move there to keep helping out the community there. But on their last trip home, they got out of the airport and they saw that there was this car show going on. And they kind of questioned how one country could be so rich and have all this stuff where they could just take cars and put them on shows and use them once a year. And then others that barely have any food. And then he realized that there are places in the United States that are like how Honduras is. So then they decided to start Crossing Crown in Oklahoma City and that community around there.
So Paul and his friends gathered some money together and they purchased a house, or an old church, that was right down the road from the house that we were working on. It was 2 stores down. And that's the Crossing Crown mission right there on the very end. And that's Paul up there. And they purchased that building and then they got a staff. And basically, they will help anyone in the community that needs help. They have financial people, they can help you get food, they can help you get a job if you need. So that was really cool. We get to hear his story. He's such a humble, amazing man. He basically gives his life to his mission. It was so humbling to hear his story. And then that woman up in the corner there was our leader at our site. Her name was Isabel. And she was, I believe, 18 or 19, so she was super young. She was the same age as some of us. And it was super, super cool to have her be our leader because it was honestly like having an older sister there helping us. And I think we all at some point sat down and just had a conversation with her about our faith and just asked her questions about her faith journey. And yeah, she was super, super cool. We're so thankful that she was our leader.
And believe it or not, she was from Wisconsin.
She was from Wisconsin. So that was even better.
And we did not have air conditioning.
And I'm talking about the people of Crossing Crowns. And we got to know Paul pretty well. Every day at 10:30, we would stop working and we would take a walk down to Crossing Crowns. And we'd go in the church for some worship. And Paul would give us information about Crossing Crowns. And then the lady on the bottom middle, she would sing us a song every day. And I think the crews that were working on that site, that was one of the things that we were looking forward to most, because she was a really good singer and it was all in Spanish, and she would pray in Spanish, but at the end she would translate it all in English so that we could all understand. And on this bottom right-hand picture, that's in the church area, and we all took a picture of an elderly man, and he sang for us. And then on the top left is Austin and a community member named John. Angela and John were the two little kids that always came around, and we hung out with them every day, and we let them work with us, and they really enjoyed working. And we got to know them really well. On the bottom left hand is another member of the community. That was the day we did the food drive, and his name is KD. And you know, joke around like I did not just win the NBA finals. And we sat and talked to them for at least more than an hour. And he just had a lot to talk about. And he's very wise. And there's Angela and Isabel. And one day Paul came over to our site for lunch and told us the entire history of that whole community. And that was really cool that we got to learn that. And it went over 100 years that one of the houses built that entire neighborhood. So yeah, that's the people of Crossing Crowns.
I'm here to talk about the food pantry. Every Wednesday they had a food delivery truck come in and they would serve the rest of the community that came over. So all of us, including the boys, plus the other crews, would came and take 2 grocery bags and fill them up with every item that they had there for them. And then the rest of them would get sent out back to the church for into a freezer and a refrigeration system that they had to keep over for anyone else who wasn't there to get their food. And we also took bags of potatoes by request to other cars as well. And we ended up more on Katie, who was not the one who went to Golden State, with a C, who is quote unquote the smartest man alive, was genetically given by God to love watermelon. But we had an incident before with him where we had a box of habanero peppers and no one was eating them. So him and one of the Next Step ministry leaders decided to eat them on an empty stomach. That did not go well. So we ended up talking more about how God can not limit us. How we basically, as humans, with God's help, can create anything. We can do anything we want to because He allowed for us to do it, and that we, no matter how our dreams can basically be so high or so, can never happen. If we try hard enough, we will be able to do it. So.
Okay, I'll be talking about what Crew 2 was doing on this trip. Crew 2 consisted of Trey, Tristan, Austin, Eric, myself, Jacob, and then Sue. It was pretty fun. So to start off each day, we all had jobs. So Trey filled the water jugs every morning to keep us hydrated. Tristan grabbed the first aid kit, which we used quite a bit actually. Jacob made sure we had all of our tools for the day. Eric grabbed all of our lunches. And Austin played all the music every day, over and over again. And then I was the joke master. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do a very good job, but I still think I made them laugh a couple times. Yeah, and I think that's all of our job. So we actually extended the driveway from an existing driveway, so more people could park there. In Oklahoma City, if you don't park on pavement, you get a fine. So they were running out of space, so we had to extend this driveway. So the first day we got there, we actually had to dig out all the grass. And I'm like, that's no problem, I dig a lot. But then we started digging and then we realized they don't have dirt, they have clay. Like a lot of hard clay. That was rough. And then, so the first day we actually got all the digging done. And then we were ready to start pouring the first slab of concrete the next day. And that went pretty well. So every day we got another slab of concrete and we only missed one spot throughout the whole trip. So we almost got finished. So that's our whole group up in the top picture. Our two leaders on our trip were named Will and Jay. Jay was the one who ate that habanero pepper, and he was off the work site for a good 4 hours after that. And Will was our construction manager, and he told us what to do. And they were both pretty fun. I believe there's another slide for us, right? There we go. Okay, so up top right, those bags, they're like 80 pounds each. They are not light. And we had to carry about 200 of them. Probably more than that. Probably like 300. I don't know. But, yeah. So, to start the driveway, we dug it out. And then in the existing driveway, we had to drill holes. And for the first couple of days, we had a very dull drill bit, and it was really hard to drill. Like we were drilling for hours constantly. And I wish we had the slow motion video, but it was bad. So we had to drill about 16 holes, and then we had to cut some wire mesh to put under it. And that's where the first aid kit came in a lot, because we'd cut it and then it'd fling back at us and hit us all. There was a lot of blood. Then we had two groups mixing concrete. We had one in the wheelbarrow. That was mostly me, Trey, Tristan helped out with that one. And then we had the automatic mixer, and Austin, Jacob, Eric filled up the water for us. And then Sue did everything. She was amazing. She helped a lot. And then down in the corner there, Trey's holding my pants up. Actually, he was holding me up by my pants. So I could lean over and just flatten out the concrete or anything. Yeah, so that was a lot of work, but it was really fun. We had a lot of fun. I think that's mostly what we did. I think that I covered it. Good job? Did I get everything?
I don't think it was 200 bags.
Yeah. I'm sure, like,
Yeah,
it was 50 for that per slab, wasn't it?
No, it's 25 and 50. Is there another slide or is that it? Okay, is that next?
Okay, so I'm talking about worship and free time. So we had worship 3 times a day, morning, and then lunch, and then at nighttime after dinner. So in the morning, we just had like a self-reflection. You would read a passage, and then you would just answer questions silently to yourself. At lunch, as Tierra said, we had like devotion leaders. So for my crew, we had TJ, and he like read a passage out of a book, and then he asked some questions, and then we all answered and discussed. And then at night, we would gather in the church space, and then we started with our yay gods, and then each group would have a representative stand up in front of everyone and then tell them like what their yay god was. And then we sang songs, and then we watched some like really inspirational videos that I think like a couple of them really touched us, so that was cool. And then after the videos, one of the next step leaders, Lauren, she like taught a lesson or like gave like an example of how the video related to her life. And then we had a prayer, and then we were done for the night, and we had free time after that. So during free time, we had
every time like after we were done working, so we get off the site at like 3:30, and then we go back. So a lot of us either took naps or went and got food because we were all really hungry. So we got a lot of food, and then but we also got a lot of slushies at 7-Eleven, so that was fun. We could really do whatever we wanted. A lot of times, like we played cards and played foursquare and basketball. So.
So after 4 long, tiring days of hard work at our job sites, we came together and had a free day on Friday. And the first place that we went was to Serve More, where they explained their mission and how they started helping people rebuild their homes after the tornado in 2013.
And then after that, we went to the Oklahoma Bombing Memorial, which I don't know if you guys know is the largest domestic terrorist attack in the U.S. And honestly, none of us were really excited to go to that, but once we got there, it was really interesting. And if you walked a little farther onto the streets, there was a fence about a block long, and there was just tons of pictures, bracelets, just in memory of all the people that died in the attack. And then after that, we went to Bricktown, which is just where we went to go eat, and some of us went to Toby Keith's restaurant, and others went to a sushi restaurant with... Okay, sorry. And then most of us went to the beach after that, but some of us wanted to see the murals under the bridge, so some of us went and took pictures under there.
And after we took pictures, we went to a lake. It was called Lake Arcadia, and it was super nice because it was 100 that day, and it was really refreshing. And then after that, we went to a place called Pops, where there was hundreds of different sodas there. And yeah, that was our free day.
And then at night, we had a talent show. Pretty interesting talent. From doing the worm, singing. Some guy drank a bottle of water in 5 seconds is pretty good. 3 seconds.
Don't worry, we have some videos from that first. And speaking of the video, some of this you might not know what it is. We'll explain it after. You can ask questions, but this is kind of a compilation of videos that we took on the trip. This is where the technology came in for Ryan. So another round of applause for Ryan.
Llevando este mensaje de muerte y resurrección. Amor.
How many South Americans take that extra leg off? A Brazilian.
I cannot run this hard. Every step I climb.
we did get some of those talent show videos in there. That last clip is of boys trying oysters. As you can tell, some of them liked it, some of them did not. And unfortunately, we had a really good video from the talent show of Sammy, our very own Sammy Pere, doing amazing impressions. And the quality just wasn't there. So I would like to ask Sammy to come
Okay, well, I guess I'll do the chicken first. All right. And then I'll do the sheep or goat, whatever one it is. And then I don't even know what this is, but I don't know. You just say girl into your hand and it makes a weird noise.
And then for our last slide, we have just some random pictures that when we were going through these, we're like, what is happening here? So from the top, I really don't know what's happening in that picture. I wasn't there, but I'm told they're doing something strange with their tongues.
What?
You'll have to ask one of the ladies in the picture to do it for you live. I don't know. Then right next to that, we have PJ with his friend. It's a stuffed bear that we just looked over and he happened to be cuddling with during worship. Next to that, we have Cal and Trey showing some brotherly love while they wrote you guys the wonderful emails. And then back on the end, Cal wanted to try braiding my hair one morning. It didn't end great, but I got a hairstyle for the day, so I guess we succeeded. Next to that, I think Tristan had a splinter or something in his butt, and Nikki volunteered to help him get it out. In the middle there, we have Cal. I think he's out of the video. I think he's trying to flatten out the cement. And beneath that, we have Trey and Austin, I think?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. Just getting really close, bonding.
They were sleeping on each other the entire ride.
Yeah, so they definitely got some quality time in. And then at the bottom, you saw a video of it when Trey and Cal were trying to flatten it out. But we got popsicles, and I was holding trays and it was dripping. So we had to do something. So I think now we're all going to come up and say our favorite part of the trip. I guess I'll start. I think my favorite part was when we went to the lake. It was a good way to end a long, hot week. And it was nice that we were all together, because for the whole week, it was kind of group 1 and group 2 together and group 3 on its own. So it was cool to spend time, all of us together.
Mine was for the long drives. We like to sing some High School Musical, so that was a lot of fun.
I would have to say my favorite memory is just bonding with these guys. Getting in the car, it was kind of like, oh, I don't know these guys, but on the way home, we were all over each other in the car. I'd like to give a shout out to TJ though. He made a lot of my Chick-fil-A runs. I've never been there. And I had it once and I fell in love with it. There was one dinner we had, I was talking about Chick-fil-A at dinner, so after dinner, TJ gladly took me to get Chick-fil-A right after dinner.
My favorite memory is when the girls are talking about Mulan. And something triggers Allison's brain that shit makes her cry. And whenever you mention Mulan, she starts crying. That's funny.
cried 8 times that day because of Mulan.
I remember was the day we left on Saturday. We stayed in Springfield, Missouri, which I have family that stays down there. And Grandma had the path who had a stroke a few months ago. And Tracy drove me down to see her, but I think the picture at the beginning, right there, she's very grateful for everyone to come up and take a picture with her and just visit with her. But it was an amazing experience.
My favorite part was when Jacob went to visit his grandma. We got in the car when he picked him up, and he was like, "Austin." I'm like, "What?" He was like, "Did you grab my pillow?" I'm like, "No." And he never told me to grab his pillow at the hotel, and he keeps saying that he did. So then we got in the car, and we're like, "Jacob, can we buy you a new pillow?" And he's like, "No, it's irreplaceable." And Tracy goes in the car. Then we're all texting each other. We're like, "Tracy, Jacob forgot his pillow." And she's like, "Jacob, can we buy you a new pillow?" And he's like, "Yes."
Okay, so my favorite memory would definitely be Sue's driving. I'm going to tell you 2 stories about this. The first one, so Austin knows his trucks. He does. I'm not going to lie, he's a little cocky about it, but he knows his truck. And he's like naming off all these trucks, and then Jake's like, "Oh my god, a 350, like F350. And then Austin's like, "No, that's an F150. But then the truck started speeding up, and like, it was probably a good 300 yards in front of us.
Yeah, we just boot stomped her.
And then we were all shouting at each other, like fighting over what it was. And then Sue, definitely, she helped us out. And she went pretty fast. She got us in the truck. And Jacob was wrong, it was not a 350, it was a 150. We were kind of disappointed because Austin's always right about that stuff. And then the second story is when we were on our way home.
We're in La Crosse.
What was that?
No.
Iowa.
Were we in Iowa? No, we were in Wisconsin. Where did we come down?
It doesn't matter where we were.
Platte.
We were on a road, and we were just driving, and all of a sudden this car, it was a really loud car, and it was like, boom, it went really fast past us, and then we all started freaking out, and then Sue started going faster, and then we just like, for a good, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, we were back and forth, just racing in this car, and like every time we passed, we'd have our windows down, we'd be like, yeah, like yelling at each other, and that was fun, but they got off, and we all fell back to sleep. And the car ride was definitely one of my favorite parts. Like, we got really close, and we were fine with it. We slept on each other. Some people were fine with it, others were not. But yeah, it's fine. There you go.
My favorite memory of the trip was on Wednesday when we went to Crossing Crown, and we got to pack the food packages for the families, and we got to directly hand them to them, and it was very eye-opening to be able to experience that.
So one of my favorite memories might clear up some questions you have. So like in the video you saw Morgan right over there slam something into her head, and we all freaked out. Remember that video you just saw a while ago? Well, I'll clear that up for you a little bit. We had so much drywall at our site. We were just kind of sitting around. She's like, "I think I could break this with my head. This is drywall." So we're like, "Yeah, do it." We all encouraged her, of course. She didn't break it with her head, but it was very funny, and we all got a good laugh out of it. So yeah.
I kind of had a feeling that all of ours would include being in the car, and so far I've been right. And so I'm going to have to say mine also has to deal with the car rides. There's a couple of them. I have no idea what was going on in the back of the Suburban while I was up there in front. I'm not sure I want to know either. But there was a lot of kicking and screaming back there. And then, yeah, there was the time Jake forgot his pillow. And then with the F-150, F-350, Austin was screaming half the time. But it would definitely be on the way back home while we were crossing from Iowa back into Wisconsin. You could see the sky. There were, like, while the entire time we were in Tornado Alley, they were all coming down here. And as we're coming back, we can see them. We can see those tornadoes starting to form right behind us, and off to the sides. And do tornadoes not like us? Yeah. And that's really all I gotta say about it. That was pretty cool.
My favorite memory was on the work site with my crew, and sometimes it got a little frustrating with the drywall or things not going right. But then Sammy turned on some good music, and we just had a really good time, and just to take a break from the work. And
My favorite memories were probably during our free time after the work sites, because we all kind of went down to the common room and we all played some pretty intense card games. I think some of us ended up with bruises on our ribs from trying to lunge forward for the spoons. So that was a lot of fun. My favorite part was probably at the work site, just getting all the work done and seeing all that we accomplished. Like, we kind of got more done than what they thought we were going to, and that just, it felt really good to get all that done.
My favorite memory was on Wednesday when we went to Cross and Crown, and I got to meet like all the really cool people there.
My favorite memory was at the work site. That day we weren't getting that much done because the boards weren't working out and everything. And the chaperones were outside, and so we decided to have a dance party. And yeah, that was a lot of fun.
My favorite memory was on the last day. One of the leaders dared me and Austin to do the milk challenge. And I don't know if you guys know what that is, but if you have to drink a gallon of milk in under an hour, yeah, we tried it. It was not good. Austin, he drank it all, but he threw it all up. That was my favorite memory.
Okay, my favorite memory. These guys have some good memories. I just want to say that all the parents that are out there, you have some pretty awesome kids. I knew a lot of these kids before going, but I didn't know them this way, so thank you for allowing me to go on this. It's been awesome. One of my favorite memories is on, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, we were doing in our house the cement board, and I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's drywall, but it's cement, and we had no power tools. So we were cutting these by hand. Sammy is the master cutter. She was awesome. And I was doing the finishing sanding on the boards that Allison and Haley had sanded the rough sanding, and I was doing all the little nooks and crannies on the boards. And I said to the girls, if you need help cutting around the plumbing on these cement boards, let me know. Next thing I know, I go in the bathroom. They had perfectly cut circles to cut around the plumbing and install these cement boards, and it was ready for that pink, awful, what was that stuff? Some type of ceiling that they had to paint. It was terrible smelling, but they were troopers and they did that, and that was one of my favorite memories because those girls rocked it out without any help. They measured it and everything, so that was one of my favorite memories, besides what they all said too.
I want it to be known that it was the police who came and told the kids in the water to get off the rope. So, my favorite memory would probably be just seeing all of the kids putting so much of themselves, their heart, their soul, everything into what they were doing, beating the stereotype of the average teen, and just putting themselves out there and really giving and allowing other people to work with them and just showing how good they can be. That was probably my best part.
So the first day when we went down there, one of the people from Next Step Ministry who went down there, I was asking people, so which one of the kids is TJ's? And I'm 24, so to think I have a high school kid, I don't know how to feel about that. So they bought me this shirt as a joke, because that was a running joke all week. And then also, I had 7 girls in my vehicle, so going back and forth. They weren't exactly listening to the music choice I would pick the whole time, but the energy and then just them singing along, and it really helped the trip go faster, and was a good time.
So again, kind of like Sue's disclaimer there, we have no tickets, no scratches on the vehicles, all of our fingers and toes, so we all came back safe. They had a good time, but came back in one piece. I did enjoy the boys talking about when they were going to have their next meal at dinner time. Like, as they were eating their dinner, they were figuring out where they were eating next. I have a few memories here. When we stayed in Springfield, Missouri, we then attended Mass at St. Elizabeth and Seton. And they had a beautiful reception for us. It helped that we all had on our Lady of Lourdes shirts, so we all came in together with our green t-shirts, but they included us in their Mass. They had us stand and gave us a blessing. Some of our students brought up the gifts. Some of our students passed out bulletins at the end of Mass. We were able to cut in line for the donuts because they insisted that we have these donuts before we left on our way. So they were so receptive to us. Just a great conversation after Mass. So it inspired our students to want to come back and have donuts after one of the Masses. So we will make that happen. Because they did that for us, they want to do it for you guys. And I think my favorite memory is just beyond the buildings. You can hear this. So you sent us there, and we were able to do great things with boards and drywall and cement and that sort of thing. But as you can tell, it's way beyond the building and putting up the walls. It's about the connection to the community, the connection between each other. And it was amazing to see the students bond, to bring the community in. They were thriving anytime they got to talk to community members, and they represented our parish very well. So they are the best part of the trip. I will turn on the lights and I will open it up for questions.